All right, YouTube, I'm going to wait till people come on in before I start. Hey, YouTube, I see one person in the room. Go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat so I know who's here. And then I will start. I know it's dark in here because I got the lights turned off. Hey, two people. Who's up in here? Dorian? Usually Dorian be in the room since you don't respond unless you at work. Well, if you at work, you don't usually say anything in the chat. So I'll wait a few more minutes. I ain't got nothing here. I already finished eating. So come on in the room. Let me go ahead and give y'all some updates. Go ahead and give me thumbs up. I need some introduction music. Let me see. It's 9 o'clock already. Oh, I feel like I didn't do anything today. Or at least not really. Well, hey y'all. 3 people. I'll wait a few more minutes. Come on in the chat. At least say hi so I can know somebody's in here. Let me see what banner I'm going to put up here. Hey, Dorian, just as I thought. See, I knew you was in here. All right, so let me go ahead and begin. And, y'all coming on here. Hey, Tyson F. So 2 out of 4 people say hi. What are the other 2? Erica, are you here or are you still at the gym? Or home cooking? No, not cooking because you don't cook. Eating dinner. Okay, come on in. And then I'll start. So, what y'all been up to other than working? Taking my vitamins. See? Women's gummies. Dang, I only got a few more left. I need to buy me some more. I need to stop eating this like this candy. Not that I eat 4, 5, or 6 vitamins. I do eat 2, but it makes you think it's candy the way it tastes. And then I got some other vitamins downstairs that's gummies as well. So I'm trying to get my vitamins in, along with all these other prescriptions for high blood pressure, diabetes, neuropathy. Hey, Vicky. Okay, so let me go ahead and tell y'all about my first 3 days with Amazon. I told y'all I had went back to Amazon after they contacted me about, oh, you're rehireable, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, anytime you leave Amazon or whatever happens, good to see you too. So I work at the one in Braselton, Georgia, which is like 36 minutes, not 36 minutes, 36 miles. But it's kind of like a straight shot. So my first day was Thursday, left last week. And let me tell you about the first day, boy. Just hearing the voice and not the sing. So let me tell you what happened the first day. So, of course, you know, I did say No, I was never going to work a 12-hour shift ever. And oh, let me tell you. So anyway, the first night, um, which was 6 p.m. till 6:30 the next day. So, we get there, we're in a room, they go over things about, preliminary things about Amazon. So initially, I was supposed to be, let me tell you, I can't explain. It's supposed to be, let me tell you how it went. Because they was pissing me off because they said that who's afraid of heights? And if you were a short person of a certain height, 5'2" or whatever, or you were too tall, you couldn't be. What they do is it's this machine that you're supposed to drive. And then you're also supposed to be like 50 feet in the air, meaning that that's when you do picking of the shells. Now, I can't tell y'all what it looks like because let me tell you what lead up to them not what they did. So a few people said they're afraid of heights. They couldn't be. Let me tell you how big it is. Imagine a 5-story or 10-story building, and you way up in the air. Of course, you have a harness on, and it's this machine where you're supposed to do whatever the items or picking the items. So it's like you strapped on, you have a harness, and you're like literally like way up in the air doing whatever. Now I can't tell y'all what it did because I didn't see what it looked like. So anyway, hey Tyson F, pay attention. So then so few people, they said they were afraid of heights, so they're gonna have them do order pickers, pick the orders and stuff. But I'll go into that story later. So then they were so I'm sitting there. It's okay. I think I could try to do it. So later on in the day, in the evening, the person who was like, they called them learning ambassadors or whatever, right? So they come in there and they was like pointing me and this other guy out. So they was like, well, what happened? All of a sudden they said we were going to do this one job and all this thing about who was afraid of heights and if you're short of this certain height and you couldn't be too tall because then you wouldn't have enough clearance where your head would reach to the ceiling and all this kind of stuff. So I went there and I asked them, I said, wait a minute now, something kind of peculiar about it. So she calls me in the room and says, well, we're concerned because you may not be able to fit in the harness. I was like, are you trying to say that my waist is too big that I couldn't fit in a harness? And you didn't even, that or age. So she was like, well, I didn't mean this out, I didn't mean to just point you out like that. And I apologize. She apologized profusely and all this stuff. Because basically she was either trying to imply about a harness, which basically is like, it's not like one of these skinny looking harnesses. It's like an industrial harness. They had all these people in there who started day one. And I said, most of the people in there, they just as big as me. So that didn't make any sense. That your concern was about my capabilities of doing that particular job. So there's two different things that you do at this particular facility. So after being outside of the room, and she's telling me this, and then she's apologizing because the way that she approached it was inappropriate. Well, I apologize, and I didn't mean anything, blah, 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 this and that or whatever. I said, you know what? Well, if you want to do it, and, we could see, but this particular job, because it's so I guess dangerous and stuff because of how high you up and the machine, and they have to train you, and that training for that particular job was something. It was hours of training. It's not something you can just do easily, and then the safety issues and stuff. So but the pay is the same and this and that or whatever, and I didn't mean to offend you. I should have not did that in the room and all this stuff. See, the other guy, he didn't question it. He didn't say anything, but till later on, when he asked me, and he would say, "What are you trying to say? That we too old?" The other guy, he didn't look old. He was 40 something, but he was a big guy. But he wasn't like fat, big, or whatever. But he was a big guy. But a lot of people who were doing the job or were selected, some of the women, some were the guys, they were no fit, some of them were bigger than me. I said, if the harnesses has no unisex size, it's no particular, oh, this is a one for the woman, this is for a man. It's the harness. Let me see if I can find a video and see if I could describe it a little bit more better. So hold on for one moment while I get a video and share it.
If you only list your vacation home on Airbnb, you might attract someone looking for a
Introducing Raymond's 9000 series swing reach truck. Designed to maximize storage density while maintaining high throughput pallet handling and case picking, the 9000 series defines industry standards for speed, programmability, ease of maintenance, versatility, and operator comfort, so you can triple your storage capacity and lower operating costs. Raymond's proven ACR system is the heart of the 9000 series. It controls the systems and technologies specifically designed to save energy, increase uptime, and decrease maintenance costs.
Okay, this is
the ACR system uses AC motors for both drive and lift. With two distinct advantages over DC motors. They use fewer moving parts and deliver up to 18% more runtime per battery charge. With Raymond's regenerative lowering system, you can get as much as 71% longer runtime per battery charge over competitive units. The regenerative lowering system returns 11% of energy directly back to the battery, lengthening the battery cycle. Regenerative lowering gives operators more control of lift and lower, shrinks your carbon footprint, and is standard on the 9000 series. The ACR control system continuously monitors vehicle performance, including speed, load weight, battery state of charge, startup time, and runtime diagnostics, right on the display. The 9000 series swing reach truck features Raymond's patented IntelliGuide wire guidance system, freeing operators from steering in very narrow aisles and allowing them to concentrate on material handling tasks. The truck quickly and reliably engages the guide signals from a wire embedded in the floor, guiding the truck down the aisle. Its patented no-tune system offers excellent tracking and stability without the need for adjustment.
Okay. I try to show, I can't seem to find a video, but basically, you're not sitting down. So imagine that machine that y'all briefly saw, you're like standing up. You're not sitting down. It's like how can I say it? It's not a forklift, because they would say it's a fork. No, it's not a forklift or whatever, right? It's like a machine that takes you up in the air. Like if you ever work in a warehouse, you know how big a warehouse is, pretty much, and they got everything stacked up real high. So basically that's what that is. You stand there, you're standing up, you're in a harness, because if you fall or whatever, that's the end of you. And so you have a harness, and then you have to control it and drive, and you're picking these orders or whatever. So that's basically that's basically what it is. And you're like maybe say it is like a 5-story house, and that's how high up you are. But I didn't get to see that section of the warehouse. So after that, I said, forget it. We still get paid the same amount of money. It ain't you still gonna work the same hours or whatever. So half the people, including me, we went on the other side, which was order pickers. So after that, after they kind of, gave me that explanation, they didn't gonna really tell me the truth, but I pretty much figured out either they figured, because it's like a lot of young people. When you work at Amazon, you find people of different ages, but a lot of people tend to be like right out of high school, can't barely talk, don't know how to have social skills, but yet because they've been there 6 months, I'm HR, but then you can't even answer a question. But let me tell you, anywho, so after that ordeal was finished, she says, well, I started out doing it, and it's no reflection. I do apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because they always want your day one to be the best experience at Amazon. They're trying to change their culture, because so many people come, work, leave, so it's kind of hard for them to really keep up with people and keep people in these jobs. So that's what happened. That was part of the day. Well, about that. Then we go out to our perspective, view the people who went to do that job, and then me and several other people went to complete the training that you had to do, videos and all this other kind of stuff. Then we went out to do the picking, the job. Now, basically, remember the other previous times when I worked at Amazon the very first time? It was a few years ago. At least 4 years ago. And I used to go to Smyrna, and I would drive, and I'd be on YouTube. Before YouTube, you had to have thousands of subscribers to go live. And I was driving back home from Smyrna, and I was telling you how much walking you had to do, picking the packages and all that kind of stuff off the truck. And that was horrendous. But this time, let me tell you, you're still on your feet. And trust me, my feet were so tired. I was so in pain. And then the first night, around 4-ish, 3-ish, 4 o'clock, I didn't start to feel well. Then I said I was diabetic. And then they have like an AM unit or whatever they call it. Ain't no real nurse. They ain't real healthcare people. They just there to give you an aspirin, and that's it. So they took my blood sugar level. Now, I know David will be like fussing. My sugar was 450. And then the person, she was like, that's almost diabetic coma. You go into a diabetic coma, my sugar was so high. And I said it was high. And it's been like that for a couple of weeks. Like in the evening time at night, I'll be sleeping. And then I get this extreme pain, and it was 450. And then this jackass doctor I went to 3 weeks ago, you listen to what I gotta say. Ooh, I had to curse his ass out, but I'll tell y'all that in the story later on. So, hey DJ, so then they was like, I'm all the way in Jefferson, or way out there in Bartow County. That's what county that's in, And I was like, no, because number one, I ain't had no insurance kicked in. Number two, I'm not paying $1,500 just to get in the ambulance and then go to the whatever nearest hospital. I don't even know where the nearest hospital, and then you're gonna sit there and wait. You know how you go. They take you to ambulance. Oh, you go to the ambulance, and you be sitting up there in the emergency room for hours and all that. Why they you have insurance? You got this? I said no. I said no. I don't want to go to no ambulance. Just and Well, then after that, you have anybody to take you home? No, I don't have anyone to take me home. I have no one's gonna pick me up. Ain't nobody gonna go all the way to Braselton, Georgia, and well, you could take a Lyft home and all. Now you know damn well that Lyft and Uber that far out that they're gonna really have an Uber or Lyft come out there. You know, I don't even have the app so much. So I was like, no. And then, well, we'll see what happens, you know. So I'm supposed to leave at 6:30. That's what time my shift is over. So at this point, it's like 4 o'clock, 4:15, and I'm sitting there and I just said, let me just drink some water. And well, it may go down 10%. And this girl, she basically talking about, I don't want to be responsible. I don't want to be responsible. She keeps saying that over and over again. Then this other young chick, she come in there. She's supposed to be in that whatever that unit. You just can't sit in here. I was like, what the fuck, you know? First of all, how are you just gonna come back? The second person come in the room. You can't be sitting here. You're supposed to be medical or whatever. They're not nurses. They're not CNAs or nothing of the sort. So then the manager, they was like, let me tell you, everything happened at Amazon. You get injured. I understand company won't be liable. They don't want to be responsible or whatever the case may be. You know. So then she took my sugar again, and then it went down like 100 points. But it was still high, 3 something. Then they going, she going back and forth. Oh, I'm supposed to be going home, and I'm supposed to be leaving to go home. Whatever. I ain't going to be responsible. I said, stop. You don't have to keep saying that over and over again. I understand. I ain't trying to be responsible. I ain't trying to be. You need to be responsible. Know how to wear some better clothes. She didn't work at the warehouse doing that. That's her job. All she do is supposed to be the what they call whatever they call it. So then, of course, the manager, they there calling HR and all they know what to do. So obviously, Amazon got these medical people. Basically, all they do there is, I got a headache. They just give you an aspirin and call it a day. And they got a vending machine. They're not even there for any real serious. And I didn't expect them to do anything. I don't expect it to be treated. That ain't nothing you could treat, But don't be bugging me about, I ain't gonna be responsible. I'm supposed to go home. And this is. So then we had a fire drill. It wasn't a fire drill. Something happened. And the fire truck came. The ambulance already came because they called the ambulance on me anyway. So the ambulance personnel came. They took my glucose sugar for the third time. My fingers all punched up. They took the sugar the third time, and then it went down a little bit more. And I explained to them that for the last, every morning, early in the morning, when I be at home, my sugar level get high, and I could feel it. My feet be pain because of neuropathy. My feet be swollen like boom, like ooh. So it was like, and I said, I have a doctor's appointment at 10 o'clock that morning. Later on, I'm supposed to go back to the doctor for my lab results 3 weeks. That took 3 weeks ago. So after that, because we had the fire drill, we had to leave the building and all this stuff. So I didn't leave to go home because I said, well, we have to account for everyone. So they got to account for everyone outside and all this kind of stuff. And then, next thing you know, it's almost time to go home, 6:25. So that was it. Then I went home, took the back way because it's a straight shot. It's literally a straight shot for me to get to Braselton. I just go down 78, go down to 124 and take 124 and then make a right to Braselton Highway and take it all the way down till I get there. So it's literally like, boom, three turns. Once I leave my house, 78, 124, make a right, then make another right again, and then drive down towards Buford, whatever that street, whatever. Put it this way, it's an easy direction. And then when I'm driving down there, Braselton Highway, man, every job I saw Not hiring, not hiring. They got all those warehouses all up and down that Brazelton Highway. I passed by Haverty's warehouse. I passed by Whole Food warehouse. I passed by Mayfield Ice Cream Distribution Center. I passed by, what's the other one? Mazzano, which is sneakers or something, that distribution center. It's like 6, 7 different distribution centers on that road all together. And then if you go on Hog Mountain Road, there's some more distribution centers. So all these companies, distribution centers and stuff, warehouses, they hiring. Now I'm quite sure, I get paid $18 an hour to go where I'm at. And put it this way, if you live in Georgia or anywhere across this country, but I can only speak for Georgia. Now I'm not saying the warehouse is the most best job possible, but at the same time, it's not as bad when I worked there before. And I worked in Smyrna. So what I do basically is I stand at a station and they got these robots that, that comes to you, and then you're supposed to get the receiving. So when the boxes and everything comes in, I basically scan the box, walk up and down this ladder, putting the things in this thing where it's a robot, and it comes. That's it. And it's repetitive. So the second day, I called out because went to the damn doctor with a follow-up. This jackass, I know Erica knows the story because I told her. She said she couldn't believe he did that. This damn motherfucking fool, cracker ass. I go there, I get there about 9:50, 10. My appointment was at 10, so I came a little bit early. And then I waited. It was like 10:25. And excuse me, I said, is my appointment, and it wasn't even like they had to do anything. It was just a follow-up and just go over the lab results, and that was it. So the first time I went to this damn fool, he was like, he walking there, no mask on, no nothing, And I'm a type of person, I'm not a very chatty person when I don't know you, especially if you come up to me in a certain kind of way. I'm not really friendly if you come up to me I feel a certain kind of way. And you just, how some of these people go, especially when you go to the doctor. Most of the time they there looking at the screen and, not really showing any kind of concern of your health, in my opinion, depending on. So the first day we spoke to him, I'm sitting there with my mask on. He had no mask on, no nothing. He came in the room and said, "Hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so. So how are you doing?" And this Therese, nothing. You just walk in the room, no mask on, and what are you here for? Do you, no. I said, what, let me go ahead and get these lab results done or whatever. And so I could get the hell on with this damn doctor. He was like, "Is there a problem?" That's the first thing. Is there a problem? And I told him basically my main issue was my diabetes. And I haven't gone to the doctor since last, I did go to the doctor last year. So I went to Kaiser, they said I had high blood pressure, diabetes, and I was taking these prescriptions, but I didn't know what the prescriptions were. So I kind of, then he went over basically the basic vitals, they didn't really do much of nothing. The nurse already took my blood pressure. He took the blood pressure. Well, we just gonna get some work done, and I just had my nurse come in. Then he was, no, I'm not gonna do a pap smear. First of all, I didn't even want him to do a pap smear because number one, normally I have a female doctor, and I don't want no white man cracker all up and he didn't want to do the pap smear or nothing. Even though if a man do your pap smear, women, they usually have a female nurse, or they ask you, do you want a female nurse to be present when they give you the pap smear? Now, I'm not going to do the pap smear. So he ain't going to do that. That's part of the wellness, right? And I said, I just go to the OBGYN because I didn't want him to even do shit with the way he acted, from the. So I came for the follow-up, and I was telling him what happened the previous night, or that morning, rather. And we're going to put you on insulin. I was like, well, the hospital, the ambulance came, they said that y'all could have some natural insulin versus a synthetic. There ain't no such thing. What is it? And I was like, this man gonna make me punch him dead in his fucking face. And they're gonna have to call the Cobb County police on me when I choke his ass. So anyway, he was like, well, if you ain't gonna follow my instructions, and what you came to me for? What you want? That dumb cracker got the nerve to say something like that. I was gonna, you know what? Sometimes I have to pray and thank God that I have constraint, because some people would have smacked the shit out of him up in that office. So I said, first of all, then after that, he didn't, he slammed my folder down and left. I was so pissed. I left at the office. First of all, one of the nurses called me in the office when I was asking why they were taking so long to come and see me. All I did was come to go over some lab results. And she sat me down. She said, "Oh, come bring the baby in here." And then I told her I was 52. She said, "Oh, you got a baby face. I thought you were in your 40s." And no, and nope. And she sat me and I told her what happened at the first appointment, And then when I left out there, man, they was like, And then she sat me down. I apologized. The director, she's not here, but she'll be here Monday. Let me get your number down. She'll call you Monday. And I told them what happened. And I said, because prior to me going in to see him, I told him, I said, make sure you tell him everything. I'm sitting here telling you that I had this pain the night before. My blood sugar was 450, and you ought to sit there and tell me, well, the prescription I gave you ain't working. You need to go on insulin. It ain't even nothing. I said, first of all, you're making my pressure go up. The fact that you talked to me, I didn't curse him out. I did no such thing, y'all. I didn't curse his stupid ass out. So I had a piece of thing in my hand, and he was like, I said, well, can you hold your hand up? Hold your hand, talking to me. Hold your hand up. Put your hand out so you can take my blood pressure and stuff. No, I said, no, my pressure going up because you sit there and feel you would talk to me all kind of crazy. So I had, I had like a cup because I had drank some water. And it was balled up in my hand. So he come leaving. This fool didn't even feel the fact that I had threw the cup at him. I was like he left. He didn't feel it. He didn't even feel that I threw this paper cup at his dumb ass. And I left. And I went there, spoke with the nurse, and she tried to calm me down and this and that or whatever. And then they called me Monday, which is today. And I said I will make a formal complaint to Northside. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. When I find out the board or whatever it is and make a formal complaint. And they was like, oh, we apologize. We're sorry. Well, I'm going to write this up. You have to, anytime a patient calls, make a complaint, we have to put it in the file, this, that. And you have a right to make a complaint and this and that. So she was like, I said, my issue, I had mentioned some other things when I went to the office. I said, I opened the door wasn't open. Someone came to open the door. And the first thing came out her mouth was, you got a mask. No, I didn't got no mask. And then she was going to give me the box and hand me the mask. I said, we can't let you touch it. I said, first of all, you touching the mask with your bare hand and you don't even have no gloves on this white lady in the office. First of all, you ain't have no gloves on. You handing me a mask in your plain hand. I put that mask on my face. And I didn't say nothing to her. I said exactly what I mean. But that wasn't really the biggest, that was not my issue or complaint at all about someone touching it, because you don't even say good morning, kiss my ass, and lick my pussy with nothing. You just go, well, you got a mask, Then there's one black guy, he walk up in there, he like all huffing and puffing, drinking Gatorade, and they looking at him like, so how you doing? You take a breath, sit down, and he acting like a damn fool. And he was like, oh, yeah. And I don't know what was wrong with him. I was like, niggas, sit down, all animated in front of these white folks and, from that white lady. and make yourself like a fool. Sit your black ass down and calm yourself down. Oh my God, all dramatic. Like somebody, like you think I'm not got nothing to say. I'm gonna be like looking at you like you crazy. But I'm not gonna stir up no conversations. Y'all gonna be stirring up conversations with people because see, people want you to be all he. Man, nigga, sit down. Making me damn dizzy and tired. All that animation going on. I don't be, some black folks they be all animated in front of white folks. Not me. Kiss my fucking ass. That's what you could do. All animated. People always be, no, I ain't chucking a jive with you. I'm gonna be cordial, talk to you, whatever. But I'm not gonna, people want you to show out and be all kind of crazy. Man, please. I don't. You can call me uppity or whatever you want, but I'm not gonna be entertaining white folks because that's what they want you to do. Yes, yes, yeah. Just go ahead and get my appointment and let me see the nurse and the doctor and can tell me what you need to tell me. I don't need you. I don't need to know. You don't need to know nothing personal that I need to know unless I give you that privy to that information and speak. Because the other lady, she called me in the office. She was the other nurse, the black, she sat me down and stuff, and we chit-chatted and stuff, and, we had a good conversation, but, So that was that. So she made the complaint because they required to follow with the complaint, but I could assure you, they said, well, we'll see what we could do. Then I found out when I called, because I was working at, Maximus, the contract with the calls to CDC ended last Tuesday. So I called about the insurance and they telling me the insurance wasn't effective till July 3rd or the 4th. So I need to go back and see, did I go to the doctor after July when my insurance was effective or was it before? Because normally they check your insurance to see if you covered for that visit before they even let you go any way further. So she didn't ask for no copay, didn't ask for nothing. So they're going to eat that bill. All that medical labs they took, they thought about, we could see if we could compensate you in any sort of way. You're going to compensate me and comp that whole entire first visit and second visit. So I ain't paying shit. So let me come get a bill because they're going to eat that. They're going to eat that. That lab work and all that stuff, y'all going to pay. They're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that inconvenience and the trouble that I had to go through. They think they could talk, so I don't understand. Some white folks, boy, I swear to God, ever since Trump got elected and even he's not in office, these damn people been acting like a damn fool. You go to places, and I'm going to get on black folks too. Don't worry. I'm going to get on niggas too. But white folks be acting damn fucking fool. They come in there, they want to talk to y'all kind of crazy. You see it on YouTube. You see it on the videos. You see it. People go to the shop at Marshall's, and then people want to come in there. And someone's called and suspect. And I saw that video, Erica. I saw the video you sent me, and I saw it again on TikTok. I don't even have TikTok. I saw the video again. Then I saw all these series of videos. And they just cops acting a fool and want to be quick with the finger and shoot people and all that kind of stuff. It'll be ordinary black folks be. You live here, you work here, what do you do? What is it? Where are you at? You could have a big ass Amazon truck or UPS. You work here, you live here, what are you doing? Be all coming out the house being no fucking nosy. Then when somebody shoot them in their fucking face, or punch them in the face, then you the one going to jail. That's why I said, you know what? Let me walk away because I'm not trying to go to nobody's jail for choking your dumb ass. Or even people just get nosy Ken and nosy Karen need to get the hell on. I'm glad, that's what he was. Being an old man Ken. And you got a MD behind your name. Fuck you, and you go to fucking hell. And I sure did show my butt out in that damn doctor's office Friday. I said, these dumb crackers, and boy, they was like, I was pissed. Come wasting my morning. I could have been home resting after that first day. Make my blood pressure go up more higher than it needs to be over some BS. who you know, talking to me like you're crazy. Man, you can't let these people, people, Jesus, let Jesus say, no, Jesus need to hurry up because Teresa ain't got time to be, Christian-like or whatever. I'm going to tell your fucking ass off, and that'll be the end of that. Shoot, sometimes you can't, no. Those days of giving people the, just don't say nothing. No, nope, wrong person. Wrong black person. Might be light skinned, but wrong black person to be messing with. I think they're crazy. Ooh. Man, they just pumped their dumbass head. See, we can't, That's how I was watching these previous videos, These cop jumped, he stopped this young guy, he's 19-year-old, and then he happened to pull up to the house, and the mother looked outside and heard a commotion, and she was like, no, that's my son. And she talked about, man, you can't leave. No, this is my property. You have to stand up to your rights and let these people. And why you got your hand to your gun like you want to shoot me? Because I feel threatened. Bitch. The people get on your fucking nerves. Nope. And I watched these several videos. What the hell? I watched several of these videos, and these people be acting like a damn fool. These cops be acting like a fool. And accusing people being shoplifting, all kind of ways. People just think they could just talk to anybody, all kind of crazy. Ken and Karen, you need to get the hell on. Mind your fucking business. Don't think you could talk to people all kind of way, because see that they try to assert themselves. You go to a doctor's office and you think you're just gonna talk. Well, what's your problem? That's it. First of all, man, take that damn. I said, you know what? Let me calm down, cause this man gonna make me jump on his ass, and I'll be the one in DeKalb County. Then I can't find nobody to get me out. So I ain't not going through that experience. No. Hell to the no. So anyway. So I took off the second day because previously when I worked at Amazon, I had like 38 hours of PTO and I had all these hours from the previous thing when I worked at Amazon last year. Remember I worked at Amazon around August or whatever that time was? For those 3 months when I was supposed to be social distance person and do all that stuff at Amazon up in Duluth. I had all these hours accumulated. Amazon never paid me because when you leave, they don't pay you for your PTO and all that stuff. That thing stays there. So that means if I was to never go back to Amazon, I would have had all those hours to work. So I said, see, now I know. Next time, I'm going to use my hours. I'm not going to let that thing accumulate like that to the point where if I decide to leave Amazon or whatever, I have hours that I could have took. So I'll be using it. I sure will. So I came back to work that Saturday. Then that same chick who took my glucose level, her name is Kennedy. And here she come, bothering me. Now, first of all, she spoke to the manager. She needed clearance that she went to the doctor yesterday and she needed to do this and this. I was like, what? What are you talking about? That she needed a medical clearance because I ain't going to be responsible. Here she come again, but she ain't going to be responsible. So we walked all the way back to the HR department. They don't even have an office. I spoke to this Asian guy. He was HR. And I told him what happened on day one with all that little snide comments and about I'm not responsible. So I had to write it up. I reported the issue that happened. I said I wasn't expecting anyone to do anything, but it was the fact that they seemed to be more concerned about not being liable. And she keeps saying it over and over and over again. And then the other girl came in there and said, you can't be sitting in the office. And I said, I made a report because so he heard me and listened to what I had to say. And then he apologized and says, we ain't had Amazon, we expect to, the well-being of our associates, and I apologize that happened. And, you could, if you could write this up, what happened. And then we'll forward it to, whatever, right? So, and so then, it's time for me to start to work. And then here she come. We walk all the way, like I said, when you have to go from the break room or whatever in that warehouse to go to the break room or whatever, you walking some distance just to get. I was like, how do you expect people to get a 15-minute break? They give you 5 minutes to walk back to your station. So you have to be walking, right? And so she go over there to HR, and he's looking at her like, what are you talking about? There is no such a form, and you can't force the associate to, there is no such thing as a medical fitness. I said, what do you mean medical? So he told her, I said, I don't know why I'm back up here with you. I said, we spoke earlier, about whatever the incident. And he looked and told her, and he said, all I know is she came and get me, and we walking back to HR by some form. So he looking at her and says, no, if I need a medical necessity, then I could go to the doctor, tell them I need a medical accommodation. That's what it was. A medical accommodation. And that would be something she would get for the doctor if she need accommodation. But there is no such thing as a release form for that she needs to bring in that she's fit to work. She gonna try to she trying to make up a policy. And I said, I don't know. She just bought me. I didn't say that. Yes, you did. Because I don't know about it. So why you bringing me walking all the way 20 minutes, 2 miles just to come back to this desk? You the one brought me back over here about some form, and I need to show that I went to the doctor and this and that and whatever. And he's explaining to her that's wrong and that's incorrect. And she looking all stupid, and I'm standing there like, they said he told her, he said if the associate feels she's capable of coming to work and she wants to work, she could work. But there's no such a form, and there's no such thing. He said I could have a medical accommodation. If the doctor gives me a letter of medical accommodation, they will accommodate me, whether I need extra breaks, whether I need to sit down at a certain time or whatever. I bring the note of my limitation, but not no release form to be. She's still harping about that damn. I ain't responsible for making up stuff. So after that, I was like, okay. I'll go back. And at one time, did she ask me, are you feeling okay? Is everything all right? She ain't never say none of that. None of that. Even the manager, she asked me, oh, is everything fine? Because I didn't come to work the next day. And I told her, no, we don't need to be no reason why you didn't come, because they, I was like, that's fine, whatever. So the third night, my feet was killing me. Even though I'm not walking, doing this job like I was previous times, you're standing there at a station, these robots come to you, and you're supposed to size up the box, like if it's a 10-inch box or 16 or whatever, you put it in these pods or whatever. And you literally repetition, and you go, sometimes I have to climb up this ladder. It's a small ladder to put things, and you constantly doing that. Up and down, putting stuff up, scanning, but you're not walking all over the place. The robots come to you. So that was kind of interesting watching how these robots, come in, and you can't go in that little area where the robots are. If you even dare go in that, you're fired. So they got these people called spiders. So anytime something drops where those robots are, you got to notify them, and then they're the only ones who authorize. But these robots are literally like, so it's pretty interesting. And they give you $110 for safety shoes. So I ordered some today with some insoles, but I already had some insoles that I bought a few months ago. So my legs were tired. It was like aching. I was like, oh my God. And having neuropathy in my feet and the plantar fasciitis. Well, I think I'm playing it. PLANT, plantar fasciitis. Whatever. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I was like, oh my goodness. And I was like, oh, I said, it's almost time to go take 3 breaks and a 30-minute lunch. And I was my feet was killing me. It was like, oh. Then my hands started cramping up so bad. I was like, oh my, I didn't want to say nothing. I said, shit, if I call these damn people over here saying my hands are cramped and I can't move my hand, or how you feel? Then, I said, mm-mm. So I said, nope. I was like, ugh. I try not to scream. I had to keep it inside. I was like, because I did not want her to become everything okay. I just, bitch, dumbass. So I had to try to, stretch my hand out as much as I can, and it was in pain. I mean, because you constantly picking up a box, and I said, dang, I'm glad I wasn't doing that other job, being 50 feet in the air or working some heavy machine and going back. I'm glad I didn't really do that. And you still get paid the same amount of money, but that's about it. But that story. So what's the other situation? Oh, so today I ordered Amazon Fresh. Now I have Amazon Prime, and I got it like last year, so it was time to renew automatically. And I said, you know what? I had put in my shopping cart to have my groceries delivered. So I said, you know what? I need to rest. And I went and ordered me some groceries and had it delivered today. And let me tell you, it was $53. I ordered 16, 18 things, and I had free delivery, and the price is not that bad. It was not that bad. I bought me some juice, orange juice, bacon, fruits. I bought strawberries, this big family thing of cereal, frozen vegetables, peas, and what else did I got? Bananas. Oh, the Tyson chicken nuggets, like these bags, big bag of chicken, 2 of those. So I was like, and then some of them had some coupons, like when they clicked, they had a coupon. So without the tip, that was a pretty good price, to be honest, because with the prices of food going up and groceries and stuff, that was a pretty good price. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna use this, have my groceries delivered more often. And the guy came. I was outside anyway, trying to break down these boxes and throw things in the garbage can. And I was out in the yard looking at if y'all saw my other video, my YouTube, the other video I just downloaded, not the live stream, I was showing y'all that I finally grew a cucumber in my garden, pot gardening, starting to come to form. I had showed me that I'm gonna grow me another cucumber, so, and some tomato. I haven't seen no watermelon yet, so, but it's coming along with the little garden. Because the marigolds were dried up because it was so hot, and it's been raining every day. So I saw when he pulled up, some Indian guy. Then take my stuff, I put it on the ground while he's taking the bags out. I'm watching him, like. Then he came. It was like 5 bags. Then he came, and then he trying to put it. I said, you can put it in the foyer. The door was open. I was outside. So he put it out there in the foyer. He didn't say, hey, how you doing? No, nothing. He just dropped off the stuff and kept on going. I was like, okay. I see you're going to get a very no tip, little tip, or whatever I feel. I don't know yet. I have to decide. But they already put the tip in there. It's like $5. They based it on your total. So they but then you could customize it and do it later. I said, let me see how the first delivery goes. So, there's notification. So I'll go back later and leave the tip on the app. So if you do Amazon Fresh and you pick up groceries or pick up packages from and they tell you how much it is, then there's an option on there with the tip. So you really don't know if you get a tip on Amazon, but I didn't have any cash to give him. Because normally I would just give them cash, but you could tip, and it does say the driver gets 100% of the tips. So that was good to know. So then let me see. Then I ordered my safety shoes. Amazon gives you $110. So that's supposed to, they say that's supposed to come on Thursday, but I hope it comes sooner than that so I can at least break in the shoe and see how comfortable it is. But Lord Jesus, pray for me, y'all, that the second week coming, that it will not be so tiresome. It's not like I'm sleepy, like, oh my God, I'm I want to go to bed. But it's that standing up, and you're standing there in that one spot, and you're walking up this, you're walking up the ladder. It's like that little ladder. And then, and you're constantly moving. And boy, let me tell you, when they tell you how to take those training videos, and it tells you about, don't keep the scanner in your one hand, switch it over and stretch. You trust and believe you better stretch. Trust and believe you better do all the stretch. Ooh. So, and hydrate and drink water. So right now, it must be the fact that I need to move, and working from home, sitting at a desk all day and stuff, and not getting the adequate exercise. Y'all, the pain in my feet for neuropathy, it is not there. I feel better when I don't feel that tingling feeling in my feet. So I don't know if it's the medication that's finally kicked in, or is it me moving? But I'm telling you, that Saturday, and because I worked till the next day on Sunday, it was excruciating. Between the neuropathy and the plantar fasciitis, and both of that going on, I was like, oh my God. I said, oh Jesus. But I got home. When I got home, I was like, I ain't had no breakfast cooked. I didn't feel like cooking no breakfast. So I tried to go to McDonald's. I had to go by the 2 McDonald's, had to curse their stupid asses out. I said, how can I help you? One moment, please. Let me check to see what I wanted. Are you ready? I was like, what's up with these damn people? They get a job and they just feel they want to talk to people all kind of crazy. And I left. I said, I ain't got time to deal with this. I ain't got time to deal with no dumbass attitudes. And I went to 2 McDonald's on my way home. And this one dumb chick, I wanted to pay with my Apple Pay on the phone. And Erica, you know which one? The one you said was real nice, at the one on 124 and 78. She gonna ask me for, can you have your I said, I'm using the Apple Pay on my phone. Can I get the code? I said, when do you get the code to my Apple Pay and you're gonna take my phone and go somewhere else on the other account? I said, that doesn't make any sense. Don't you have the scanner? You're supposed to put it out, put the scanner, and then I'm supposed to scan my phone, boop, and that's it. I've never heard that the people at that you're supposed to take their phone, walk over to the counter where I can't see you, and you gonna ask me for my code. I'm like, bitch, are you crazy? And I left. I said, no, that doesn't make any sense. This ain't the first time I've been to McDonald's and pay with Apple Pay that you're supposed to give them your phone, and then they're supposed to go walk over where you can't see you scanning my phone and ask for the code. I'm like, you don't need to. I said, no, you don't get the code. I'm supposed to. So I was like, you know what? You stupid bitch. And I'm having about it. He got a manager. I'm the manager. I said, I want to be the real man. Then she laughing like she's funny. I said, bitch, you need to move the fuck on. I had to curse. I don't know why I had to curse people out in the last 3 days. I don't know why. People just, you try not to curse them out, act, but then they bring you to the point where they want to act stupid. Bitch, no, I'm not giving you my phone and the code so you can use the Apple Pay. Where's your scanner that you're supposed to scan and let me, like somebody's stupid. Man, see, that's why people be getting their identity theft, money come from their account, because they be down to tell people, well, let me get the code. I was like, Then I finally went to the McDonald's that was closest to my house. Anyway, I was like, ugh. Now, let me see. All this was Sunday. All this was yesterday. So I said, you know what? That's it. I'm not cooking. I said, you know what? I'm not going no more fast food places to eat. The only reason why I went to McDonald's was because I was so tired. My feet was killing me, and I just wanted to eat something and just lay down, go to bed. So I pretty much laid in bed all day yesterday. Didn't, well, not all. Well, yeah, majority of the time. I think I got up around 2-ish, and that was pretty much it. And just made me some quick. I didn't even cook. I just made me something real simple. Then I said, dang it, I left my cantaloupe at work in the refrigerator. It was like a half a cantaloupe. I was like, oh my God, I left my cantaloupe at home at work. So hopefully it'll be there when I get there Thursday. So it was all in a Ziploc bag. I didn't even cut it up. I had a whole half of a cantaloupe. So hopefully nobody put their damn mouth on it and be eating it. So, you know how people get, they be like, ooh, fruit, eating something. I could tell. If it's not that half of that cantaloupe left, I could tell if somebody cut into it, but I doubt it. But you never know these people. You never know. People be, when you work in office buildings, I remember I used to work in the office and people had food and people be like, ooh, butter, you bring, you be bringing your little milk, butter, or fruit or whatever, leave the refrigerator so you can keep heaping at work. And then people go right up there and eat your stuff. Like it says, community property. No. People be doing that. I'm telling you. You have a shoe. Unless it says leftovers from office picnic or office, little trays and stuff, and they have meetings. Unless they put out there for everybody to go and get it, that's when you do it. Not when you have your own personal thing. People be, all kind of crazy, but I doubt it. In that facility, they have it where they don't have no cashiers. You just go up there, pick the bag of chips, and then you go to that machine and you pay for it. I was like, now they know if somebody just don't pick up those chips and open up the refrigerator and just drink it and walk away. But I'm quite sure they got some cameras, face recognition, that if you even think of, why they play that music so loud? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Oh, please, people. I don't need to hear your music too. So anyway, that's what that story was. So, final story. Let me tell y'all what happened with neighbor. Remember I told you the person who was renting out my room with all her junk in my garage and that dresser in the garage and the extra closet downstairs. So anyway, last week she called me and wanted to know if she could pay in advance. I said, I don't know anything about that. You had to speak to neighbor about paying in advance. But the price you're paying at $30 a month is not the size that you rent it for in the garage. So I sent her a message yesterday. I said, she went from talking about August, that she was going to come back to Georgia and get her stuff in around August, to 5-6 months. I was like, hell no. You ain't keeping your stuff in 5-6 months in my house and $30 a month, and you got the garage and you got, So I sent her a message and I said, basically, I'm giving you 30 days or you agree to pay the other price, which was $100 to rent. Then she's going to call me. And so I sent her this message, and because I sent a message to neighbor, and they told me, you have to work it out if she agreed to pay a higher price for the items and this and that or whatever. And so then yesterday I sent a text message, and then she gonna call me on the phone. You wait till I get all the way in Florida, and I said, first of all, You try to move your stuff in for 4 or 5 days, and a 5x5, it was the closet. It was not the whole room, and it did not include the garage and the other closet that you got your stuff in. You try to think you're gonna railroad me. Basically, I didn't say railroad, but run some game on me and get your initial things in there. And you say it was gonna be certain items and boxes and stuff. So I said I'll give you 30 days from yesterday to August to get your stuff out. Then she calls me on the phone. Then she wants to argue. I said, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you because, first of all, when you first came that first night with that one box and you were struggling to put that box upstairs, I said, just leave it downstairs and then put it in this closet. And you said you were going to come back the next day on Saturday with the bed and the other boxes to put in the closet. Then you try to call me Monday, Tuesday, and I said no. And then I said, a 5x5 space that's not a size of an apartment to put things in. I was like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? And she knew it too. She thought that I was gonna sit here and was dumb and gullible. I don't know what she was thinking. That I was gonna let you get away with that. So then I never had my mama call you. Your mother call me for what? Your mother ain't got nothing to do with this. Matter of fact, her mother was like, you better make sure you gotta watch her because she could be slick. Her mother said that on the first night when she came over the next day. You're gonna watch her. She could be real slick about stuff and make sure, I'll tell her to give you my number. And if anything come up, let me know. She never did give me her mother's number, right? She never gave, so I never did get the mother's number or nothing. So her mother told me to be watch out because she's slick or whatever. Then you gonna call me talking about you in Miami for your birthday. Da, 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 da. I was like, what the fuck? This bitch thinks she just gonna all that shit could go in the fucking garbage for all I care. So then after that, neighbor calls me today and they said, okay, we apologize you having all these troubles with the renter and we would charge her $100. No, first they was going to do $130. It was $30, and then she had charged me $100. So they were going to charge her $130 for the rental. And I said that because the fact that I said, well, she texted me today, and I told her she could pay me through the Cash App. They said nope, because it would break the terms and conditions of both me and her, meaning that if you go outside of the app and and she pays me outside of the app, I can't, it'll be my responsibility to evict her and they have no liability if anything was to happen. Meaning if she doesn't pay her $100 a month, they still going to pay me the $100 and they do proceedings of the eviction. So they said, okay, so we're going to charge her the $100, which was the proper amount that she's supposed to pay anyway. And so they called her. After they got off the phone with me, I told them everything what happened. Then they said, okay, well, I won't request the $100 to the Cash App. Because of my understanding, I thought y'all told me I was supposed to handle that myself. They said, oh, no. So then they called her after they spoke with me and told her that her new rental agreement is $100. And they said, well, do you mind that, of course she's still going to go month to month. So do you mind just go and do it that way? I said, okay, fine. I said, fine. You do it like that. So of course they sent me a message because she went in the app and then she chose the new reservation and accepted the terms with the $100 to keep her stuff. And this thing will probably go on for 4 or 5 months. But it's going to be $130. It will be $130 a month. So I know y'all told me last week, Harden and everyone was going about, nah, that's good enough cheap. So now it has properly been billed. And she cannot be texting me about nothing. The only time she need to text me is on the app, and I can only communicate her on the app, and that's it. So, and she's still getting off good because a rental is not it's not even nowhere close to $100 a month. But these days, I don't know how much U-Haul storage place charge for rental for things like that. But with all these people being evicted, when that rent moratorium ends, and all this stuff about to hit the fan, when all this stimulus money has been passed out and people not paying rent for months or a month and a half, a year and a half, and all that crap, those property managers or people who renting, they just waiting for that end of this month in July comes to get these people out the hell out and say, nope, they ain't paying no rent in a year and a half getting stimulus money. They can't wait till that thing ends, because after that, all those people, they're going to be walking around here, especially here in Atlanta and DeKalb County, be looking around here looking crazy, trying to look for a place to live and somebody's couch to sleep on. And because there ain't no way they're going to pay back rent of thousands of dollars that they owe. Nope. Surely won't. And then I was reading something earlier today that people try to buy a house, and that's becoming a nightmare because there's so many people looking to move from these expensive cities into the cheaper places to live, and all these bidding wars with people trying to build a house, and they're not even building houses. People who have a house like me, I'm not trying to sell my house because I can't afford to. I could get $200,000, $250,000 for my house because that's how much it went up since 12 years ago. That if I sell my house, it'll probably be sold within a week. But where the hell I'm gonna live? Now, yes, my mother has a house in South Carolina, and my mother got another house she's paid off, and she, I'm not trying to. I mean, I probably inherit a home in the future, but I'm not trying to sell this house and then have to buy another house or townhome because I think I'm gonna get something smaller. I won't be able to find a home that I could afford because it's gonna be harder for me to find something because it's gonna be a bidding war. So I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Stay right where I'm at. Worst come to worst, if I ever decide to do anything with this house, I'll rent it. I'll rent it. I'm not doing no Section 8. And shoot, I'll be one of those van life. You know how those people on YouTube, they live in a van? I'll do one of those numbers. Have me a van. Not a tiny house because people are not building. But I would do that. I would go in the van and travel. I would do that. I sure would. And then I was reading another story about how some people sold their house and they was moving to Mexico. And they would say it was so cheap to live in Mexico. People moving to other countries in South America and Mexico and the Caribbean, I would look into something like that, Shoot. But yep. So the neighbor.com situation, is she not paying no $30 a month with all that stuff? Now it's $130. So, and it's effective immediately. So they sent me the link and said, do you accept the reservation that she made for the new price? I said, okay, yes. And that's it. So however long it takes her to move or come back to Georgia, you're going to pay me the proper amount. I mean, it's still cheap if you care to go on to storage.com. So, I'm doing that. And I just have to learn to be more assertive with people and be more, and stop being save a hole, oh, I'm sorry, okay, you can move in. And then, I don't know what she was thinking, you know. If she had just simply moved her boxes in that room and then kept the bed and the box spring in the room, I probably would have been okay, fine. But you started moving in boxes days after days after days, and then know damn well that dresser drawer was not going to be going to that room and trying to put all that, I'm like, no, nope. And then she said, and 5x5 is the size of an apartment. I'm like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? I got fucking degrees on the wall. I'm quite sure I did very well in math. I'm very first in math. I know numbers. I do know how to use a measuring stick. I do know how to use a measuring tape and know what 5x5 is. And I asked the person, the neighbor who called me, I said, when you say 5 feet by 5 feet, what is size is that? A closet. He even said it. It was a closet. That's not a room. And I'm quite sure he told her that. Because in my ad, it's the ad said it was a room, a closet in a room that you could keep your stuff in the closet. And that's $30. So if you have boxes and stuff and it fits in the closet, it will go in the closet. And she trying to tell you that's a size of 5 feet by 5 feet. No, a standard room is 12 feet by 10. The small bedroom is 12 by 10. 12 feet by 10 or 12 by 12. That's that's a bedroom that fits a queen bed. That's 12 feet by 10. See, she tried to push her luck. Days and days and days of moving in. And I had to explain it to them. I said, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. She came with her old mama, this old lady, her mother, and this old man who was complaining. And he was like, I ain't coming back and put no mustard. She was trying to move her whole house and try to tell me, I'll give you the dining room set and I got some chairs, I'll give it to you. And I was like, no. I'm trying to clean up my house now. I don't need nobody else's other junk. And at first I almost fell for it though. I almost did. I was like, okay. But I said, no. Because you didn't even bring it the first time. When you first offered it, I didn't ask for nothing. She offered it. And she didn't bring it. I didn't even bring it up. I thought she was going to go bring some chairs. Where's the chairs? He said he was going to. I didn't even bring it up because I knew she was full of shit. That's what that was. And I guess she figured, oh, I got in here now. Let me go ahead and do, no. So I said that your stuff will be secure. It will stay in the room. Nothing going to happen. The thing is in the garage. It's going to be secure. I even covered it up with a blanket. So, and I didn't even should have done that, but I covered it up with a blanket. So that was it. So the redemption, I got redemption. I got the proper amount of money for that rental, which is still kind of cheap, but I'm not housing a car. I'm not housing a boat. So I got responses that somebody wanted to do that. They said, I got a trailer or something they wanted to put. And I was like, can it fit this size and this and that? I didn't even feel like measuring the garage to see if it would work or not. And I said, no. But by me living there at Stone Mountain Park, a lot of people have, there's a park that people be camping overnight. And some people, I don't know. Will I do that again? Once she gets her stuff in maybe 6 months or whatever, she comes back or whatever, at least I know $600 I'll get minus the fees that neighbor charges, which is a 4%. So that's what that is. That's what happened with that. So it's Terry, y'all, but BB, I never seen your name before. Who is BB? Are you new? If you're new, please subscribe to my channel. DJ, did you ever subscribe to my channel? Because I don't think you have. Tyson F, you too. Vicky, I know you already in there. Tyson, Dorian, you still in here? So that's about that, y'all. That's going on with my whole 4 days. So I have not done the skip cart yet. I've been getting messages from skip cart. Remember I was telling y'all about that? I've been sub. I know you have. My subscribers numbers has been, it was like 4 people unsubscribed. I was like, good riddance, whatever. But nope, I'm not 1,000 yet. I know it's not even on any money anyway. Yeah, so skip cart, that's basically like a DoorDash, Uber Eats, kind of thing. You pick up. No, the closest it'll come to me is Deliv. You go to different auto repair stores and Walmart, and you go to pick up people items and deliver it. So I have not even done one assignment yet since, but I've been getting these messages, and it was like, oh, it's busy in this such section of town, and turn your app on, blah blah blah. But I haven't done it yet, so I may start doing it soon. I'll turn it on and see. I'm curious to see how that goes, but nothing yet. And if anybody's interested in doing a remodel at Walmart, the company is ACM. Now, I've been employed with them, but I haven't done any assignments for them over a year. Initially I started as a subcontractor, independent contractor, where I would go to different stores to do remodels and stuff. So they made everybody employees, but then after last year with the pandemic, a lot of stuff was canceled. So now there's an assignment at Walmart in Decatur. They're looking, it may not be a lot, but it's like 40 hours a week at $13 plus. If you do the assignment and you show up every day, they give you an extra $100 a week. So there's a remodel that's supposed to start on the 24th of this month until October. And they're looking to people to help remodel this Walmart in Decatur. It's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I want to say Sunday through Thursday from 8 a.m. until whatever. And they asked me, do I know anybody who needs a job that's looking to help remodel Walmart, and they pay you. So I know $13 is not a lot, but when you do a remodel, you could be doing practically anything. And I'm quite sure they're going to be putting that up with several different companies. ACM is just one of them, but since that's a W-2, they will be doing remodels. So they're remodeling these Walmarts. And a lot of these third-party companies hire people, whether you be an independent contractor, because I'm quite sure Survey.com is going to be having that contract too. And they're going to pay $15 an hour for the remodel, but these are several months. So, and I remember doing an assignment where it was 2 different companies I was working with one store, and I got paid twice. But this was Walgreens, and this was a couple of years ago. I remember telling y'all that. It was Walgreens, and they were switching over from Rite Aid to Walgreens, and they hire a bunch of companies and stuff. Or people work as independent contractors to help them remodel. Now, remodel means basically like they may change out signs and labels and just, putting things up and put them in different areas in the store, or taking things out, and putting the new things in. So, when you say Walmart, geez, that's a big store. Because all the Walmarts, they're going to be eventually remodeling it where, I can't explain it, but it's not going to be the same like it was. But it's Walmart.com and all these things where you could go into the store and you're supposed to be able to go to the Walmart. Your items already paid for. You just walk into the store and then you can just go out and shop, like what Amazon in California was doing. But I don't know. It's going to be a lot of changes at a lot of different Walmarts, and this Walmart is practically everywhere. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Walmart is about to remodel, so it probably didn't get to you yet, BB. But once they start getting all the stores at Walmart, is going to be remodeled. Some stores is going to take sooner. Some of it's going to be down the road, but all of them is going to be remodeled. Because even one of the Walmarts up in Chamblee, they tore. No, that's Kroger. Never mind, that's Kroger. But even then, like Kroger, they'll tear down a store and build a new one. But yeah, all the Walmarts are going to be remodeled. It just didn't get to y'all yet, but it's going to happen eventually. You so stupid. You say you're going to get stabbed in the Walmart parking lot. Man, if the way people been acting like a damn fool, you never know. You never know. People be acting a plumb fool going to places, just like that supermarket up in Southwest Decatur. That guy, the girl told him to wear a mask. He came in there and shot her, and Big Ben. What was the name of that? Was it Big Ben? One of those supermarkets. A couple of weeks ago. And I want to say something happened at Publix somewhere, not here in Atlanta, but in a Publix. Somebody came to Publix and tried to shoot somebody. It may have happened in Atlanta, but you never know. Don't speak that in no existence. Don't speak that in no existence, BB. Because there's a lot of things are happening into a lot of different places. That's why I say I'm glad I ain't one of those people who could snap and just choke the hell out of people who was some of these way people they be acting, Going to you go to the parking lot or drive through to order food and people, I said one moment, then hold on, let me look, and then they talk to you like, bitch, you ain't got nowhere to go. Man, it's drive through be wrapped around. I'm like, what are you rushing for? What's the problem? Can you wait so I can order? Some people, I don't know. And then they got the nerve to ask for $15 an hour. Hell no. I don't care what nobody say. Do I think they should get paid $15? Do I think people should get $15 an hour working at what? You crazy? Fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, even Chick-fil-A. Now Chick-fil-A, I have to, they may pay their employees pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's no $15, but I don't know. But see, they act like they have more sense. And if they even try to act up or act a fool or whatever, trust me, I saw Chick-fil-A got signs about not hiring, but it ain't like there's a whole bunch of, the only reason why Chick-fil-A be hiring is because a lot of those students, if they graduated from high school and they move on to college and stuff, a lot of them, they probably replacing them because they leave in high school and going to college and things like that, but not compared to a lot of places. Now, fast food ain't the only place that's hiring that needs jobs. I'm trying to get a job as an Amazon delivery driver, but it's Turbo Snow. Snows? I don't understand what you wrote. You mean slow? You don't want to be no delivery. Let me tell you. Okay, let me explain BP how being an Amazon delivery driver works. If you're talking about being a DSP, that's when you drive those gray trucks, blue gray trucks or whatever. Those are and those are people who own those trucks, and they hire people to drive to be an Amazon driver. See, Amazon don't have their own trucks. Those are contracted from different people who owns a trucking company. Like for instance, at one time, me and my sister, we was gonna think about doing that. I may still do it. It depends. I don't know. I have to look at what markets they have it available. So basically, I give $10,000 to Amazon, and they will help me get my foot in the door to have my own trucking. And I pay them a percentage of the deliveries I do, but I have to do the hiring. I'm responsible for the hiring, the benefits, and everything else. And then I hire the drivers, and then you pay them the $15 an hour or whatever, and then they do the deliveries. Now, if you want to be an Amazon Flex driver, that means you drive your own car or your own truck, and you could pick up deliveries, and then you as a driver could pick up groceries, like the guy who came to my house today to drop off my groceries. Or tomorrow I'm waiting for my big 5-gallon water thing for my water dispenser that I bought. Not dispenser, you know what I'm talking about. The little water thing, whatever. I ain't seen that thing yet. But it's supposed to be on its way to be delivered. Matter of fact, I wonder if I don't know. I doubt if they dropped it off. They said it would be en route to delivery. It is costing wear and tear. What do you think happened to my Kia? All that driving I did with Kia, with my car, when I was doing Uber Eats and all those Grubhub and Amazon. I didn't do Amazon a lot, and Deliv and stuff. That was a lot of driving, a lot of wear and tear, but I sure took a lot of depreciation and wrote off on my vehicle when I did it too. So, a car is meant to be driven. And if you use it the right way, even if it is a lot of wear and tear in your car, you have to treat it as a business expense and know how to go about it. But, that's a whole new story and a whole new thing. But it could be a scam now, because Uber Eats and all those places, they ain't paying nobody no money. That's why I don't do it anymore. I would try and do that other company I was telling y'all about, but I'm gonna see. But I would not run my car to death. Not like that. I'll do skip cart, but I wouldn't. But I'll do it. It has to be the money has to be right. But I have to see. I'm real curious to see how that goes about. I'll probably do it someday, one of these 2 days before I work, Thursday night, and figure out what areas are good and how much they're gonna pay. But Grubhub kiss my butt, and I don't even know if Grubhub is even that big anymore in Atlanta, considering that a lot of restaurants that would use Grubhub, because a lot of restaurants either went out of business with all the supply chain of people, like chicken wings and all these prices going up and things like that, and they may not even have the staffing and adequate people. I don't know. It don't seem the same. I haven't really driven around a lot of different restaurants to know, but just like American Deli, they had, of course, they had wings and stuff. They barely had wings, but those little ass cat wings that look like cat. The thing was so damn small. I was like, what? This is 10 piece, maybe those little small wings and stuff. Ain't no telling what some of these places are doing, because I know they don't have no chicken wings. And if they did, they probably It'd probably be so damn expensive and high, but I don't think they even have chicken wings at these places. And what else is there to get? Fries, sandwich. I mean, what were they mostly selling at the wing place? Fish. And it'd be that cheap sway fish, tilapia. It wouldn't even be tilapia. It'll be catfish. I don't think it'd be catfish. It'll be that cheap fish. And even then, that could be expensive. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Atlanta when it comes to those food deliveries and stuff. I don't see it like I used to. I know, and I don't even go to Chick-fil-A as much like I used to, but I remember at least going to Chick-fil-A, at least it'll be one person in there be going to Chick-fil-A to pick up food and with Uber Eats. And then when I go to the grocery store, I remember it's amazing how 4 years ago things changed. I broke my engine in. Now it's going like a fast car. Well, you better keep up with the maintenance. That's all I can tell you, DJ. But if I were you, well, shoot, it's hard to find any used cars these days, but don't be driving that car down like that. That Kia does not have a strong engine. And your car was not the sport edition like the one I had, so the problem is not the engine. They're gonna cover that engine for life. You're gonna have to worry about the turbo and the other things. That's not covered. So you better not be going fast with that car. That car don't got that strong. That car is not that strong to do that. I'm letting you know. I'm just warning you. Every time I tell you something, you don't listen. So that car don't have that strong engine to do like that, to do all that. So just remember, the engine may be covered, but there's a whole bunch of other things, transmission and all the turbo and all the other stuff that's not in the picture. You better not get no turbo on no damn Kia. I'm surprised they did no recall on that mess. That car is not strong. I'm just sorry to say. If I had to start all over again, and I had a chance to trade that car in when it was giving $13,000 or whatever, I would have done that. I would be like, oh no, I'm gonna keep it because I don't like, nope. You could keep the Hyundais, you could keep the Kias. You would never, ever in my life they could give those cars away for free. Would I ever get into another Kia? I don't care what it is. That thing is a piece of junk. I'm telling you, it's not gonna last. Matter of fact, I need to file my trade-in paperwork so they can give me my money for the trade-in that I did with that class action lawsuit. You're not getting no turbo. My Nissan, I didn't get no turbo. As the Nissan Rogue, I don't have no turbo. I would not get no turbo because see, when something happens with that turbo and it goes out, and harder it is to get the parts because of so much issues going on with these logistics and shipping and stuff, and the price going, nope. You'll see. The minute that warranty is out, whatever 10 years, you didn't buy a new car. So when that warranty is out, the only thing you got covered for yourself is that engine be replaced. And trust me, an engine doesn't go out quickly like that. The engine is the last thing you would need to worry about in terms of replacing anything with a car. Because like I said, they had to replace all the engines just because of that class action lawsuit. But it's not the engine that's going to go out. It's going to be that. It's going to be all the other things that's going to go out. You could change your oil. You could do all that. That car is only going to... That car, to be honest, I hate to say it, was probably only going to last... They said 10 years. it probably was only meant to last 8 or 9. That car, you ain't gonna keep that car for too long. It ain't gonna. It may be 10 years. If it does go 10, if it is a 10 years, it might go to 10 years, but I doubt it. That's barely driving a car for them to last for 10 years. But if you driving that car, you do not see. If you think about it, you don't see no 20-year-old Hyundai or Kias on the road. You don't. If you really think about it, that Toyota Corolla that I'm driving, that I drive frequently, more so than the Nissan, that Toyota has 148,000 plus miles. I'll probably have that car for another 5 years or whatever before that car finally like, oh, it's time to get rid of it. That car probably get me up to 200,000 before I really decide to just say, okay, that's it. That's why I'm not driving my Nissan Rogue like that. I'm not driving that thing back and forth from Braselton, back and forth from even though I only work 3 days a week, 60 miles. That ain't nothing. I probably, what I will do is interchangeably, like one day drive this, then the next day, the next. Other than that, in December it'll be time for me to go back to TurboTax and do taxes again. And I'll still work at Amazon just to build up my emergency fund until put it this way. I have 30 days and I could transfer to the one right up the street from my house. So all I gotta do is hang in there, and when Stone Mountain come available, I'm transferring, and then I don't be going nowhere. I'll be driving right around the corner, up the street, and be at Amazon. Boom, boom, I'll be at work. So I just have to wait until 30 days to transfer if they have positions are opening. But if I play my cards right, it will be October, November, and a lot of people gonna be, people don't, they gonna be leaving, and I'll transfer them the minute they got availability at Stone Mountain, right around the corner. That's what I'm gonna transfer and go right out there. So that's my game plan. Is to go up there to Braselton, 30 days, then I'll be able to transfer to Stone Mountain. The minute I see Stone Mountain opening coming up or some other position that I want to do that's totally different, boom, I'm going right up the street. Trust me, I'm going to make my way to Stone Mountain facility one way or the other, whether I be in a corporate type of job or whether I be, doing whatever. I'm going to get there. But so all y'all gig workers who still do Uber Eats and Instacart and all these other things, I can see Instacart being, I ain't gonna say it's profitable. I can't even say that, I just can't even say it because I don't know that with inflation going up and people with inflation going up and even people trying to look for a job and unemployment, they, so many industries and shortages of workers. I would say this would probably be the best time to really try to find yourself a regular W-2 job. I mean, whether it be Amazon, whether it be working at maybe restaurant, I don't know. If you want to be a driver, I was also looking at CNN today. They were saying that there was a shortage of drivers. People. I ain't talking about Uber drivers and no damn Amazon. I'm talking about truck drivers and people. There was like a shortage of people or drivers that they need people. Also, there was a shortage in construction workers. They said there may be 1 million jobs in construction in the next 2 years. That's how many openings because they say they don't have skilled labor to do those type of jobs in construction. Truck driver rather, raw hospitality industry. IT people who is technical support or IT, they've been had jobs available, but it's like, how do you get into those positions? And people say, well, you don't have the experience and this and that, and I don't know. I don't know what the strange thing of people not working or not wanting to work. I understand being in certain industries are low paying that a lot of people ain't going to. A lot of people moved on to different things, but we're not talking about people who got options and got high skilled level, skills to do anything or do most of everything. I'm talking about you barely got out of high school, you barely had any kind of real job skills that people resort to certain. Maybe that's why people at McDonald's and all these other fast food places and stuff, why they just act as a plumb dumb, because they don't have no kind of social skills or skill sets. So I guess they figured they'll let these people work at these places and just provide any kind of service to anyone, talk to people any kind of way and crazy. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But you hear some of these places like Chipotle, oh, if you for 2 years you can make 6 figures. I'm like, who will make 6 figures at Chipotle? Not no regular person at the line serving no food. They ain't gonna make no 6. I doubt that. They must be talking about managers or someone who's like a supervisor or something, maybe make 6 figures, but not no regular old run-of-the-mill cashier. They ain't gonna make no 6 figures. I don't see it. They must be talking about something else. Now you could probably start that way and move up, just like at Amazon. You work at Amazon and you stay there long enough, you could be like, oh, I'm HR. Like this one black young kid, he talked about he HR, but I was like, first of all, you covering your mask off. I mean, it's nothing wrong covering your mask, but he had all his mask all covered, and you like, what? Speak up and speak clear. Talk about you HR, giving out a piece of paper. Anyone could just read. And then I asked the question, I said, is there a certain time when the shift differential pay begins? Because the thing still said $15.50, but it said we're going to get 18. I'm like, okay, which is it? Is it 18 or is it $15.50? Or is there a certain time frame in the evening that you have to work for you to get the extra $2.50? Because I know I read it. I know I read it right. He still didn't really answer the question. So when you get your full check and people start questioning, my check is wrong, or people start saying, did you get $18 because my thing said this, and then you're going to explain the whole thing wrong. And I know that's going to happen. But they, for some reason, they said we worked the 3 days into the weekend, and that's why we get the $18 rate. But that doesn't make any sense, because even if we work 3 days, I'm still thinking that the weekend rate starts Thursday night up until Saturday, and then we run into Sunday. It's 18, but he didn't explain it right. But I'll see when I get my check. Well, we already got paid because we did training online from home. So I'm going to look and check, but I don't think he answered the question correctly. And I was like, I wanted to ask about the hours that I had accumulated. And I said, I want to speak to this in private, because that was not no one else's business. Me to be asked my question on my personal issue about my hours in the room. This one white guy, he was there. He was like dumb as hell. He talked about, well, I got a drug. I can't work mandatory overtime because I have a drug case against me, and if I work and then I could go back to jail and this, and I was like, boy, if you don't sit down, keep your mouth closed, you tell all your business in front of all these people. That would never say. And they looking at him like he crazy, like, because they young, these they like someone, I'm the training ambassador, and these people are like young, so they don't really have managerial type of skills, but they call themselves, I'm the training ambassador, and they looking at him like, I don't know, I never heard that, I don't know. Every question people asked, they didn't know. They didn't know. I don't know. I ain't never heard about no $1,000 bonus, but I don't know about this and that and whatever. I don't know. I was like, why waste your breath asking questions if they don't know? But that's the thing that you're supposed to be going over it, but you don't you don't know. So of course when this guy sitting there telling all his business and a bunch of people, I say you could have kept that in private. That's something you discuss privately to someone in HR. That ain't nothing you just start yapping about what you did. I was like, see, that just comes to prove white folks, you get drug problem, you going to jail because you had this drug charge and you still get work. I'm like, what drug test did you take? Because I'm quite sure on your first day, when you first apply at Amazon, and they tell you to go to the hiring center, to whatever location it is, to show your ID and paperwork, they give you that drug test right there. They give you this little kit. You got to put this thing in your mouth, swab it, and put it in the bag, and they do the drug test, send it off that day or whatever. So I was like, he got all that issues going on. He said it like 3 different times and stuff. I was like, you don't just say anything and tell everybody everything, And if that did happen, and that is the situation, you better discuss that in private. You say it in front of everybody, I don't know. All I know is when he said all of that, it just proves whatever court situation he went through, if it was a black person who had that issue that he did, they would be in the jail. They wouldn't be talking about working and all these kind of provisions and stuff like that. I was like, wow, really? But anywho, what? 1:53. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. All right, y'all. Time for me to go. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. But y'all see the Cash App? Y'all see? Please subscribe. And I think I turned my comment off, so I don't have no comments because I didn't feel like reading them, and I don't want to do the comments. So I think I disabled it. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I don't see the usual people in here like Harden and who else be on here? A few of y'all seem to be missing, or y'all didn't go in the comment section. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. I'll think about it. All right. See y'all later. Bye. And have a good night.